Everyone. This is going to be a very simple and short walkthrough as to how you can run your Bitscale grids. Now, a grid in Bitscale is simply a way in which we represent a workflow. These workflows are usually for GTM use cases wherein you're finding phone numbers, emails, doing account enrichment, getting firmography, creating outbound or automating outbound, various different use cases. And in this video, I'll just be showing you how you can run these workflows manually, or if you want to run it automatically, right? So as I mentioned, you can imagine this grid being a workflow where each column represents a step in the workflow, right? So there might be a scenario in which you want to run a specific step for a specific entry, and you can do so by simply hovering over the cell which corresponds to that entry and that step. For example, here, one of the steps in the workflow is finding the email for these people. And maybe I just want to find or update the email for Mr. Ronak Shah here. So I can just run it. So basically, I'm just running the email waterfall for a specific entry, which is Ronak Shah. And email waterfall is the specific step that I'm running, right? And yes, I have received the email. I can add that as a column now. Okay. Then another way in which you can run this is if you want to run all of the steps for a specific entry. So if for John Wright, I want to find both the email and the phone numbers, I can simply come over here, click on this play button, and all of the corresponding steps for the specific entry will be run. So that is the second way in which you can run this grid manually. The third way in which you can do this is if you want to run column wise, right? So for example, if you want to run a specific step for all of the entries, what you can do is head over to the step that you want to run. In this case, maybe I want to run the phone waterfall. So I'll just click on the play button here. And I would have an option of either running for the first 10 rows, for errored and empty rows, or for all rows, right? So I'll just run it for all rows here. And that is how that runs. The fourth way is a multi-select run, right? So if you want to run for multiple entries and you want to run all of the steps, how you can do that is simply selecting multiple entries by clicking and dragging, or just clicking random entries, or just selecting all the entries by clicking on this button here. And then you can click on run rows, and then it would run for all of the entries that you selected, and it will run all of the steps as well. So if you ever want to run the entire grid in its entirety, you can just click on this button and then click on run rows, and it will run all of the grid completely. Now, these are the four ways in which you can run a grid manually. You can also automate your grids, right? So as I said, the grids are synonymous with workflows. So since you can automate workflows on most platforms, you can automate your grids here on Bitscale. How you can do that is, first of all, you need to have an automated source. So either if you have a system which is feeding data to a specific grid via webhooks, in that case, that is already an automated system. You can simply enable auto run here, and it would just set up an auto run architecture. Whenever a new entry is received, all the subsequent steps run automatically for the new entry. But in case you don't have a feeder system, or you're not pushing any data to Bitscale from an external platform or a webhook, even our internal data sources allow for you to schedule grids, right? So if you head over to here, this data sources tab right here, whatever data source you have available, you can click on that, and you would have an option of scheduling. And this could be in various different granularities, ranging from 30 minutes to a month. So for use cases wherein you don't have to run the workflows quite that often, for example, CRM re-enrichment or CRM cleaning, that works once in a month, or for use cases wherein you want near instantaneous results within half an hour. So like, for example, if someone is signing up on your website or your newsletter and you want to process that and maybe send them an outreach or flag any kind of SDR regarding that. In those cases, you can set the scheduling as low as 30. And after that, the next steps remains the same. You can just click on auto run here, and then automatically whenever a new entry is received, it will run. So these are the ways in which you can run a Bitscale grid. If you have any questions regarding the workflows or regarding this video as well, you can reach out to us on our community channel and we'll be happy to help. Cheers. Bye.